Is it the usual 3 cycles? Hello, guys. Welcome to another session in the Get Into Tech program. Welcome to another session in the Get Into Tech program. Like I always love to do, if you are online and watching us right now, drop in the comments where you are tuning in from. Where are you watching us from? From Lagos, Nigeria, from Abuja, Nigeria, from Accra, Ghana, from the US, from the UK. Drop in the comments where you are joining us tonight. Welcome to today's session. This is the third session in the Get Into Tech program, which is a program designed to help you get started and launch into tech this year, right? This is a program created to help you, to give you the needed clarity, the needed knowledge, the needed counsel, guidance to help you start, that career in tech this year and beyond, right? And today's session is on one of my favorite career paths ever, digital marketing. Today's session is on digital marketing. Last week, we looked at web design. We brought somebody to talk about web design in the person of Yusuf Odukoya, the founder of Branditecture. The first week, we started with product management. If you missed those sessions, after this live session, you can always go back, in the channel to check those videos out and watch them. Today is on digital marketing. This is an extremely crucial career path in tech. And not to waste much time, we have somebody phenomenal tonight, and the person of Fii Stephen, who is going to be doing justice to this, right? So just sit back and relax, right? Fii is a multiple certified, paid media specialist with years of both B2B, that's business to business, and B2P, digital marketing experience. And he has a proven record of developing and executing successful data-driven cross-channel marketing programs. Now, I know that sounds like a lot of grammar. Don't worry, a lot of that is going to be broken down in tonight's session, right? Fee is a Google certified digital marketer, right? And he's, a 6-time, Facebook certified marketing trainer. He's worked with top brands and businesses and companies all around the world. He's handled, considerably large marketing budgets. And what I'm saying with all of this long story is, if there's anybody who can do justice to this topic, that is the person of Fee. And it's a huge pleasure to welcome him, on tonight for tonight's session. He's going to be talking about the world of digital marketing. How can you start out a career in digital marketing from ground zero? As a newbie, how can you launch out? Right? How long would it take you? That is one crucial thing. When dealing with the roadmap for launching a career, the timeline, how long would it take for each stage of growth? How long would those stages take? So those are things he's going to be talking about. And for those, so part of the things you'll be getting as well from tonight's session is how you can also sell your products, your services, how you can sell yourself. So it's possible there are some of you right now on this session who are software developers or who are product managers. It's one thing to have the skill. It's also another thing to be able to package yourself and sell yourself using the internet. And so that's one of several things you'll be benefiting as well. So Fee, it's great to have you tonight.
It's awesome to be here. Thank you so much, Glory, for putting this together. Such a huge honor to be invited on your platform to talk about this. And it's great what you're doing, right? I really look forward to how many people would really start a career for themselves from this program. It will be really, really life-changing. You have no idea how far you can go once you can start with information that are shared in places like this. So yeah, thank you so much for having me, Glory.
Awesome. Thank you as well. You said it was a huge pleasure to be here, but the pleasure is more mine. Right. So we are going to delve right into it. You have the floor, right? So just talk to us about digital marketing. Now, as you know, this is I know you'll be sharing from your journey. I know you'll be sharing from your own growth process and all that. So you have the floor, please. Just flow.
All right, thank you so much, Glory, and hello everyone. Good evening. If you're live right now, it's so great to be sharing this with you. If you're live right now, I can see some of your comments already, and I know that more people will be getting to watch this after the session is done. First of all, I want you to know something. If you listen to this session from the beginning to the end, you would have an end-to-end roadmap that can take you from knowing almost nothing about a straight career path in digital marketing to landing your first digital marketing role. This literally what Glory has as a desire in his heart, putting this together, that there will be people that will attend this session. And as a result of the things learned in this session, they can go ahead and become something for themselves. They can go ahead and start out an entire career for themselves and do great things. This is what he wants, and this is what I'm going to deliver today. So if you're live right now and or if you're just joining in, if you're watching the replay, I would just want you to, first of all, probably get something you can write on and also be ready to implement. That's like one of the things I always encourage in all my sessions, be ready to implement. Once you're ready to implement and once you're able to, put in the work based on the things I'm going to share, you will definitely be able to get what you need to get from the session. So you're welcome once again, everyone. And to a large extent, excited about this. And I'll tell you why. I'm excited about this because practically everything I'll be sharing, practically everything I have become, practically everything that my life has become right now through digital marketing and through several other things that I've learned over time were things that I could only dream of before. They were not things that were sure at the time, right? I knew there were possibilities, but I wasn't sure exactly what is going to take me to that point. So I started from that point of being really unclear, being really unsure. I did, for those of you that know my story, I did lots of learning left and right. I came into a digital space. I really wanted to get the best out of the space, but I wasn't sure what to do. So I learned, I learned graphic design, I learned photography, I learned website design, I learned, video editing. I learned a whole lot of things. Why? Because I wasn't sure. And then when I finally settled with digital marketing for this phase, Of course, there's an evolving. There's always evolve. There's always that evolving that happens in the life of every person. But when I settled in digital marketing for a phase of my life, what happened was I used most of the things I've already learned over the period of time that I was still sojourning and unsure of what to do. I used all those things in what I was delivering. So if you want to be a digital marketer, what I'll be sharing would save you most of the running around I had to do because I wasn't sure or I did not know how to go about this. All right. What I'll share will save you most of that and take you to that point where you're able to really deliver, really grow in a structured way. All right. So let's get right into it. Now, the first thing I'll explain today for this session is something that is super important. I was speaking with a friend earlier today, just today, the day I'm having this session, right? And he was sharing with me about a role he got, a new digital marketing role he got, remote role that pays. They just gave him the offer letter for $2,500 per month. Now that's a little above 1 million naira, and he's staying with me in Lagos, Nigeria, per month as a digital marketer. These were possibilities that both I and him dreamed of at the past. These are things that are coming relatively easier for us now. But then at the beginning, it was really unclear. Is it even possible for someone to earn? I remember when I got paid my first 15,000 naira to do something. It was like I was all over the world. It was huge, right? But then going from that place to the point where literally without mincing words, literally you have to save your time, to save your sanity, you literally have to turn down opportunities. This is a point that anybody can get to. But then how do you get there? What's the work that needs to be done? The first thing I will explain, and I'll start with this before I start telling you, start to do this, do that. I want to start with this because if you don't have an understanding of this first thing I want to share, the things I will tell you to do will be tools for frustration, not for progress. Do you hear me? So if you don't get an understanding of what I'm about to share now, the things I'll tell you to do, the steps I'll tell you to take, will become to an extent tools of frustration instead of progress. And the first thing I need everyone to understand is the principle of compound effects. If you go to my sessions, if you attend my sessions, you'll find out that most times before I go and start sharing, giving you tools, giving you websites, I make sure I start with some things that are very important. Why do you think that so many people attend these sessions that talk about the tools you need to use and things like that, and yet it is just really few that seems to be making progress? There are certain bodies of understanding, right, that these people that move ahead have that gives them that enablement to make progress in life. And for a digital marketer, for any one of you that is looking at going into digital marketing professionally, the first thing that must be at the back of your mind before you do the next set of things I'll tell you to do is the principle of compound effect. And what is really compound effect? I'll make it as simple as possible. There's a principle I always use to share this, and it's the fact that to him that has, more will be given, and he will have abundance. And to him that has not, even what he has will be taken away. Do you get that? To him that has, more will be given, and he will have abundance. And to him that has not, even what he has will be taken away. So what happens is in career generally, and more especially in digital marketing world, what happens is it seems a large percentage of the opportunities are going to people that already have opportunities. So you're literally starting out and you're struggling for your first job, you're struggling for your first role, and it seems as if nobody's looking at you. And it's so annoying because you find out that, oh, this person that was working in this company is now getting a new job with this other company, and then this person is going from this company to the next company. This one's been working in this big company for like a year and 2 years. I just talked about my friend, for example, is this one is earning $2,400 per month. Where are these people? Where are they seeing these things? But what you would not know at this point, is that this person had started this particular journey a while ago. And it is the track record that opens up the room for bigger opportunities. So your track record literally opens up doors for you. With this understanding, what do? You become really intentional about your track record. You become really intentional about the work you're putting in. With this understanding, the step-by-step process I'll tell you to do becomes easier for you to do. You now see the reason why it's important that for the next 1 month you do this, or for the next 2 months you do this. You see the reason why you need to get this, you need to get that, you need to pay for this, you need to attend this. You see the reasons for these things. Why? Because you understand the principle of compound interest. And that's as simple as saying that for every single day you stay idle, you're disqualifying yourself for something in the future. Every single day. So when they say we're looking for marketers with 2 years of experience, if you decide not to start this year, what happens is you've disqualified yourself from that role in 2024. If they say we're looking for marketers with 3 years of experience, if you decide not to start this year or not to put yourself out there this year, you are disqualifying yourself for an opportunity that you're supposed to get in 2025. The track record matters. The principle of compound effect, super, super important. Now that you know this, what are the things you need to do? Let me check my time. Great, I'm on time. So what are the things you need to do? There are 2 things that gives you an edge in digital marketing. 2 things. I'll talk about them individually. There are 2 things that give you an edge in digital marketing, and most likely in most career paths, right? But digital marketing, this is based on both my experience and based on the experience of several of my friends and people around me that I've seen, and based on my personal study. Because at the point I was looking at it, and I myself was seeking for opportunities. Yes, there was a time like that. I was looking for bigger, better opportunities. I wanted to be, one of those that is, revolving around the corridors of power when it comes to digital marketing. I have never wanted to be small. I have a drive that makes me to put in extra work, extra effort at any point in time, because I do not have any intention to be small. So I started to study, I started to see what is responsible for those that are getting these opportunities. All right. What's responsible for those that are having these job openings, this growth? What are these things? And 2 things stuck out for me. 2 things. The first one is experience. The second one is certifications. Do you get that? So there are 2 things that you need if you want a career in digital marketing. There are 2 things you need if you want a career in digital marketing. The first is experience. The second is certifications. Now, we are approaching a time gradually where people are super more interested in your experience than your certifications. But then, most of the times, listen to that sentence you just said. Because you find out that people are saying that sentence without listening to what it means. They say things like, companies don't care about certifications again. They just care about your experience. But you are saying that thing, you don't have an experience. And if you hear me, companies don't care about certification again. They just care about experience. But think about yourself. Do you have experience? How do you get yourself to that point where you have experience? How do you get yourself to that point where you're able to get into places that can give you the sort of experience that those companies care about? Because not just by saying things that sound good or feel good or make you become motivated in mediocrity. No, that's not what matters. What matters is looking at things critically. How do things work? Now, are there people that are being employed or that are rising without certifications? Yes, there are. What do they have as an advantage? Experience. Now, how did they get that experience? That's the question. So if you know that experience is not really at this point something you have so much of, because you know that to an extent, a part of experience does not depend on you. There's a part of experience that depends on you, but there's another part that depends on someone else. Experience is best when you are employed in an organization, for example. So what if you don't get employed? Everything is not within your control. There's a part that depends on someone else. So what must you do? You must focus on the things that are within your control. There are always, I call them, I think I read that in the book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. There's what is called the circle of influence and the circle of concern. The circle of influence and circle of concern. The circle of influence are the things that you totally have a direct influence over. That means you yourself can change these things. While the circle of concern are the things that they affect you, true, but you directly do not have the power, the complete autonomy to change them. So what happens? You just literally have to maybe, if you focus on that, what happens is that you just get frustrated. You start complaining. You start shouting. You're not happy. That's what happens when you focus on your circle of concern. But when you focus on your circle of influence, you're able to change things. Now, how do you get to that point where you're a market leader? This is what you must do. You're just starting out. Start out with relevant certifications. And I'll tell you some. Start out, if you're just starting out in digital marketing, start out by seeking relevant certifications. All right? So experience and certifications. Those are the two major parts. All right? Now hold that thought there. Let me take it a step backwards and talk about what digital marketing really is. All right? Digital marketing simply, in the easiest possible way, I like talking about this as simple as possible. Digital marketing is simply using digital tools and platforms to help people and organizations achieve their goals. That's what digital marketing is. So digital marketing is using digital tools and digital platforms to help people and organizations achieve their goals. For some organizations, their goal is sales. For some, their goal is more awareness. For some, their goal is some sort of engagement with a particular audience. Different people have different type of goals. That's not your issue. Your issue is, as a digital marketer, you must be able to use digital tools and digital platforms to help people and organizations to achieve their goals. That's what a digital marketer is. And digital marketing as a concept has different aspects, different parts, different things that are like key parts of digital marketing. And I'll talk about those really briefly. Now, the first part or the first aspect of digital marketing, right, is called search engine optimization. Search engine optimization. Now, that is search engine optimization is about helping people or helping businesses or helping organizations to be more available or to be more visible on search results. So when people search for a particular thing, they're able to see your organization, they're able to see you, they're able to see what you're promoting through search engine optimization. Now, that's the first one. The second one is search engine marketing. This is you trying to run ads using, let's say, Google Ads, Bing Ads, things like that. That's search engine marketing. I'll just run through this. I won't go into details. This is not a digital marketing class. This is a class for career, right? So there's search engine marketing. There's what is called content marketing. Content marketing. Content marketing is you trying to use content to sell, majorly. Basic definition, using content to sell. So how do you do that? You're trying to look at content creation, content curation, content editing, content distribution, trying to create content with specific intentions. That's content marketing. This is like an overview. There is social media marketing. Social media marketing is one of the things that some people are used to, right? Trying to use either social media content or paid ads to sell. That's social media marketing. There's email marketing. Email marketing helps you to literally sell with emails. So there are people that are able to create full funnel automations for emails. And then there's also one more. There's what is called display advertising. Display advertising is you trying to put up banners, ad banners online. You must have seen some of these banners of ads, maybe on a blog post, on an application, and things like that. Now, each of these aspects of digital marketing I've mentioned, each of them is deep. Each of them has real depth. In fact, as at just last week or earlier this week, I was still trying to learn some things around AdWords. Not that I don't know about it. I had to link, I had to do a linking of a Facebook tag, Facebook pixel tag with a Google Tag Manager. And then I used the opportunity to learn more about AdWords so that a company I'm working with, an organization I'm working with in the US, can be able to track their events better. Now, this is something that I am actively learning, not learning like not learning because I have no idea about digital marketing before, but learning to deepen my understanding in certain aspects. All right. So why did I go through that? I went through that to explain what is called the T-shaped marketer. I'm talking to people that want a career in digital marketing. Just follow me step by step. There's what is called the T-shaped marketer. A T-shaped marketer is someone that has, to a large extent, marketing knowledge across certain verticals this way and certain horizontals, just the way the letter T is. So you have marketing knowledge across certain verticals and certain horizontals. And then what does that really mean? How does that really relate to you? How do you use that in what you want to do? All right. Now, there's what is called broad knowledge and specific knowledge. There's what is called general knowledge and specific knowledge. A T-shaped marketer has general knowledge of all these things I've talked about. So when it comes to content marketing, you're not ignorant. When it comes to social media marketing, you're not ignorant. Email marketing, you're great. Data analytics, to an extent, you know about it. Search engine marketing, you know about it. All the things I've talked about. These things are these are things that to a large extent you have a good idea about. But then the next thing to measure is not just your width. So there's the place of the width, which is like super great. Width in the sense of all the things I've mentioned, the types of digital marketing I've mentioned. There's a place of that horizontal line, but then there's a place of depth. There's a place of depth. All right? And depth is literally you, to a large extent, moving to a point of expertise along each of these things that I've talked about. All right? So you're moving to a point of expertise along each of these things I'm talking about. And I'm smiling right now because this process takes some time. And I'm just remembering I started with compound effects. When you see people getting different types of roles, when you see people moving into being growth marketers, for example, there are people that have done some sort of work across these two places. So you want to be a digital marketer that hires, that is getting opportunities, sit down, make a list of all the types of digital marketing. That is the horizontal part of your T. Then for each of them, make a list of the depths. For example, when it comes to search engine marketing, there's Google Ads, but there's also Microsoft Ads. Under Google Ads alone, there are also a couple of things you need to learn just under Google Ads. When it comes to search engine optimization, there are things around SEO itself. There's what is called the technical SEO. There's what is called there's the normal fundamental SEO that has to do with blogs and things like that, and keyword. There's keyword research. Those things are under search engine optimization. You go to content marketing, you're trying to see, okay, what does it take to create a content calendar? How do I handle content distribution? How does this thing work? This session cannot talk about all. This session is a guide. This session is a guide. So write down what I'm saying. They are like tasks, they're like assignments. And these assignments are the things that will differentiate those that will really go far and those that won't. Why? Because you can sit down and go further. You're not expecting to come to a session. Listen to me. Throughout my years of digital marketing, there is no one class. Let me tell you the truth. There is no one class that can teach you everything in digital marketing. It's not possible. It's not possible. But you can learn progressively. How do you learn progressively? Create a roadmap. So now you understand the idea of a T-shaped marketer. A T-shaped marketer is someone that has broad knowledge in the sense of the horizontal part of the T and depth knowledge. So each of those horizontal parts has a depth. Each of them has a depth. Each of them has a depth. So go and start studying this depth. Now, while you are doing that, start trying to see how you can use what you're learning. And how do you do that? That's where let me now talk a bit about certifications at this point. Now, when you want to learn, there are two kinds of learning, and I've used both of them. I'm going to certifications now as a topic or as a subtopic. There are two kinds of learning. There's the learning that has to do with learning to know. And there's also a type of learning that has to do with learning to show authority. Both are important. You can watch a YouTube video and learn and learn and learn, all right? But that YouTube video cannot certify you. So when you want to apply and there's a place for certifications, you don't have anything to share. Do you know it? Yes, you do. Are you sure? Yes, you're sure. But then your HR recruiter, does the person know you know it? No. How does the person know experience or certifications? If you don't have experience, if you're literally trying to start out, because I know this class is the major of people that are trying to start out, you don't have any experience, what you need to have is relevant certifications. Now, what are examples of relevant certifications? You can start with the ones that are for free. The ones that are for free, I'll recommend based on experience. The first one is the one from Google Digital Garage, right? So there's Google Digital Garage. You can literally, one thing I'll be doing in this session is that I'll be making you do some search, because I can literally tell you the site right now, grow.google, learndigital.withgoogle.com, and that's fair. That's me just telling you, go ahead and go to this site and get it. But then if I tell you to do something like search for this on Google, you're able to go a step further. I want, because this class, let me say, this class won't profit you if you're not able to go a bit further. So while I can tell you, okay, just go to learndigital.withgoogle.com, which is the site I want to give you, I would rather tell you that go and search for Google Digital Garage. Just search for it on Google, and you would see exactly what it is that I want you to see. So you go there, and there's what is called, there's a digital marketing training. That's like it's a 40-hour course. Most people never finish that course. Most people never finish it because it's so detailed. That course touches practically all the parts of digital marketing, but it touches them at a surface level. And that's why it's a good place to start. Because to an extent, when you start from there, you have some sort of a bigger, better idea of all the areas of digital marketing. So that's your first broad knowledge kind of learning. And the good thing is that it has a certification that you can upload on your LinkedIn. All right, so it has a certification you can upload. So go ahead and start with that course, the Google Digital Marketing course. So there's a course from Google on digital marketing. Go to Google Digital Garage, pick that course. It's 40 hours. Go through that course. The faster you finish, the faster your pace. All right. I don't know if I should talk about this here or after, but I think I should just mention it at once. Please, as I'm talking about places to learn, while you're learning, please and please do not learn in silence. Do not learn in silence, because you're literally learning to get opportunities, and you can't get opportunities if nobody knows that you can do what you're doing. If you're learning to get opportunities, do not learn in silence. You can't be saying you want opportunities and you're learning and only you know. Who are the people that know you're like, oh, your dad, your friend, are they the people that will employ you? No. What happened to you sharing what you learned on LinkedIn? Because these people, let me tell you a trick, something you can do. Every single course you take has instructors. Try and craft something from what the instructor taught you and tag the instructor and say that, oh, I was going through this course, and then this person, let's say, most of them are white people. Let's say Carol Williams was my teacher on email marketing, and then there was something she shared that really stuck with me. You understand? What you need to do is share that, tag the instructor, tag even the platform you're learning, share it on LinkedIn, share it on Twitter, create a Medium post. Let people know that you're learning. Don't wait to get your certificate. You don't just come out and say, I'm happy to announce that I'm now certified in this. That is good. That's great. I like that. I do it a lot, but I do it because I'm at a level right now. I'm at a, see, do not do what I'm doing at this level if you're just starting out. I'm not an extreme role model at this level. What you can do is you can go to my past, go and check what I was doing before. Go and check what I was doing before. That would be a way to show you what to do. Or rather, just listen to what I'm telling you now. So what do? Don't learn in silence. As you're learning, share what you're learning. Share that you're learning. Share what new thing you're learning from what you're learning in quotes. And why are you sharing? You're sharing because opportunities come when you're seeing. And sometimes when an opportunity comes, what happens is a recruiter may want to go and see what you've been doing before. And if in October you get an opportunity and the HR person wants to see what you've done before, imagine the person sees that you've been learning digital marketing since March because you attended this class. The person sees posts that you've made. The person sees courses that you are taking. The person sees people you've learned from. Think about that. Don't you think that would be great? So do not learn in silence. All right. So I've talked about the Google Digital garage course. I think I can see Eddie Young saying that was his first experience with digital marketing. Yes, and truthfully, that course is really rich. Truthfully, because it's like one of the most comprehensive digital marketing courses out there. Really comprehensive, 40 hours. Took me close to like 8 months or so to finish it. Not because I was being lazy, but because before I took the course, right, I kind of already knew the things there. Like I said, I was watching YouTube videos. This is me talking a bit about my story. So I learned a lot on YouTube. There's a time that I would go ahead and use what is called night plans in Nigeria, right? I know this can be like an international gathering. So in Nigeria, there's some telcos, there's some telecommunication companies that have night plans that allow you to use cheaper plans at night. So I would use that at night. I'll spend around 100 naira. 100 naira is far less than $1 at the moment in Nigeria. 100 naira is like 1/5 of $1. That's super small. And I'll use that to get 1 GB of data, and I would use to subscribe in the night. And from 12 a.m. when people are sleeping, I am busy trying to learn. And where do I learn? YouTube. So I was searching, watching YouTube videos, learning from several channels. So before I took the course on digital marketing from Google, I already knew most of those things. So what did I do? At several points, I was just literally pausing because it was like repetitions until I got to a point where I understood. That's why understanding is great. I understood the power of certifications. Then I knew that even though the knowledge was familiar, I needed to get that certification. So what did I do? I finished the course and I got my certification. Great way to start. Now, the second course that I would personally recommend, and I'm starting with free courses. The second course I'll personally recommend is literally courses from HubSpot Academy. So there's a content marketing course from HubSpot Academy that is amazing. That's one, a content marketing course from HubSpot Academy. HubSpot is spelled HUBSPOT. That content marketing course is amazing. And the good part, again, is that there is a certification. That's the good part. So the content marketing course is awesome, but then there's also a certification, right? So go ahead and you do that. Then apart from that, there's also a social media marketing course, still from HubSpot Academy, but social media marketing. All right. It would have been easy for me to give you the link, but I want you to search it. Or should I give you? All right, let me give you this particular link. And then for most of them, I'll tell you to search it. Do you know what I'm telling you to search? Because I want you to go ahead. I don't want you to just stay at this level. Go ahead and seek for knowledge. So the Academy website is academy.hubspot.com. That's the link, academy.hubspot.com. But I won't be giving you all the links. For some, I'll just say to search. Why? I want you to proceed. I want you to transcend. Go to the next thing. All right, academy.hubspot.com. Now, the next thing I would say, so there's social media marketing course, there's content marketing course, both from HubSpot Academy. Those are still free courses that have certifications. Now, after this, you need to start going for paid courses. You start going for paid courses. And the first set of paid courses I would really recommend are the courses from Facebook Blueprints. So you can go to Facebook Blueprints. You can just search for Facebook Blueprint certifications. Go ahead and search for that one. You'll see a list of courses. The first one, and the one I think you should start with, is the Digital Marketing Associate Certification. I think it's around $100 or so, right? But the Digital Marketing Associate Certification from Facebook. Remember, we're talking about certifications now. Certifications help you to show some sort of credibility. All right? It helps you to show some sort of credibility. So people allow you to come into the door for them to see if you have the ability to deliver or not. Because they will literally not open the door for you because you don't have anything. You neither have certification or experience. I think there's a private chat for me. So, oh, great. Come on. All right, I need to rush. So yeah, Facebook Blueprint courses, go ahead and do that. Then after that, let's talk about experience. I've dwelt so much on certification, but let me talk about experience in about 5 minutes because I know some people may have questions and maybe I'll need to do like some back and forth so we can come to an end. So for experience, the first way you can start getting experience that is completely within your control is to look for a person, a platform, or an organization you believe in and volunteer. That's the first way. A person, a platform, or an organization that you believe in, look for one of these three things and volunteer. You'll be surprised how many people are looking for someone to handle their digital marketing needs for them. So how about you get one of these people? Make sure it's someone you believe in. Because if it's not someone you believe in or someone you respect or someone you love, to an extent, or someone that has some sort of authority, you will be frustrated. Because when it comes to volunteering, the pay is not always the best. I have been there. I have volunteered. I have served. That was how I learned. I am grateful for the opportunity to serve. I would never have gotten any of my opportunities if I did not serve. I don't need to pay to serve. I just need to ask. Some people will say no, definitely, but some will say yes. I was lucky. I was really privileged. I am still very privileged that I have a mentor, Elisha Maman. I talk about him in almost all my sessions. He literally held me by the hand, not teaching me digital marketing, but helping me live. He gave me a platform, gave me an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to move to that point where I'm able to confidently deliver services. Why? I have tested, I have trained. So what do? Get an opportunity to train. That's the first thing for experience. The second thing is look out for internships and fellowships. Do you get that? Look out for internships and fellowships, right? Glory, just let me know when it's in 1 minute more. Look out for internships and fellowships. What internship and fellowships help you do is that you have to first of all think about the psychology of a fellowship. Why do people put out a fellowship and internship? The real goal, the major goal is to get success stories. Listen to me. There's no internship or fellowship right now that is not looking for a success story. So if you can enter into an internship and focus and you can do well, what happens is the platform itself that hosted the internship will be the people to announce you. They'll be the ones to even put you in front of other people. Do you understand? So you can leverage internships and fellowships. Now, one of the platforms that I really love that is doing quite a lot is Ingressive for Good. So there's Ingressive for Good, which is one. There's also something called virtual internships. There's also entry level. You can check this thing. So I've talked about Ingressive for Good. There's virtual internships. Check that on LinkedIn. There's entry level. There's called entry level. Gives some opportunities for internships too. You can also join channels. For example, I have a Telegram channel that from time to time I get to share opportunities on. So join channels that share these opportunities and try to leverage them or join and put them as much as possible. All right, great. So that's one way to get experience, internships and fellowships. I've also talked about service, right? The third thing to do, and this is the last thing I'll talk about, is start applying. Start putting out applications. I know you don't feel ready yet. One thing application does for you is that when you apply, you're able to see the things that the company is looking out for. So they'll say, oh, we want someone that is good in email marketing. So what do? You say, oh, they need email marketing. Let me go and learn. Or we need someone that is good in SEO. They need SEO. Let me go and learn. So go ahead and apply. Put out as many applications as you can. I can't, if I share my rejection folder, it will be a lot. I can't even count how much rejection I've gotten. And guess what? I am still applying. Why? Because there are goals that I have. There are places that I have marked in my book that I need to enter, corridors of power that I need to transcend into. You understand? So go ahead and start applying. So if you do these things the way I've talked about, you'll find out that in months from now, you are able to put your foot in the door for a company and able to start your professional experience in digital marketing. All right. So I think I'll just stop here.
Amazing, really, really amazing. This has been so rich a session. When you began, you asked people who were joining the live to get notepads. I had to get mine as well, and it's full. To be honest, like this has been so rich. Thank you so much. You touched so many things. By the way, guys, if you have questions, you can drop them in a comment. Right. What one good thing about this kind of program or session is whatever questions you have that you've had for a long time, and you've not really found anyone to answer, drop them. We will treat them. So if you have questions, leave them in the comments, and we'll get to it soon enough. Right now, so you touched so many things. You gave a roadmap. You talked about certifications. You talked about experience, and I like how that you brought a lot of your own story into it. Now, the first question I want to ask is about something which I see at times being talked about. It does not only apply to digital marketing, but then it applies to other career paths as well. But it also does to digital marketing a whole lot. Why? Because like you mentioned, digital marketing is large, is broad. There are so many sub portions or sub specializations under, you talk about the T, right? So having broad knowledge about digital marketing and all the different areas, and then having, getting your roots down. Now, what do you advise? What would make an aspiring digital marketing go far? Learning something of everything, or so what they say is, if you call yourself a digital marketer, you are not really saying anything, because digital marketing is large, and what you should do instead is pick a specialization. Like, for example, you talk. Can you hear me? Am I back?
Yes, I just hear you now.
Okay, awesome. So, sorry, what I'm asking is, do you call yourself digital marketer? What do you advise, recommend calling yourself a digital marketer, or picking one of the specializations on that digital marketing and majoring there and building your brand and identity around that?
All right, great. Yeah, and that's a really important question, especially for someone that just started out, because learning everything can be a big hassle. Like it can take some time and it can take some energy, right? Now, what I would recommend, this is totally dependent on the endpoint you're seeing. Right now,
Okay.
when you learn something like ads, for example, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, you automatically position yourself as a media buyer, which is a great role. But a media buyer is someone that works, that reports to a digital marketing manager. So a digital marketing manager, like I said, has experience or some sort of experience across several channels. So he's able to manage people that have experience in one of them. So you can choose. The way I will explain this and the way I will advise this is, imagine an organization, then choose a role. Do you want to be a content marketing manager in an organization? I was watching a story of someone that recently relocated, and the part of digital marketing she's really into is email marketing and content marketing. That's majorly it. If that is a role you want to own, what do? Have an idea of everything and go deep in content marketing. Yeah.
Okay.
But then if your endpoint is digital marketing manager or digital marketing specialist consultant, someone that is cross-channel, you would need to learn a couple of things. Now, what you can do is to learn it progressively, because truly you can't learn all at the same time. So you can decide to, okay, brand out first as something niched, all right? And then literally as time goes on, add other things and share that you're learning this thing. So become super specific so that you're more positioned for opportunities. And if you're going to be super specific, I would recommend you go for something like ads or content marketing. There are some of these things that have more opportunities than others. So there's SEO. Many people are looking for SEO. And a way to do this is to go to job, and that's why I talk about application at the end. So go to places where jobs are posted, LinkedIn, Jobberman, wherever you can see jobs. Go to where jobs are posted and check for what companies are looking for. If a company is saying, "Oh, I'm looking for a digital marketer and I need them to be skilled in PPC, which is paid per click, in SEO," you can't say that because you are not interested in that. You won't. This is what the market is demanding for that you learn. That's how you know what to learn, and that's what's called structured learning. So you're not just learning haphazardly. You're learning what is being looked for by the market. So when they say, "Oh, I need someone that is doing SEO," you say, "Oh, I saw it in the last this and I went to learn it. So yes, I have that skill." I need someone that is this, I have that skill. So you're able to have skills based on what the market is looking for. How do you do that? By real-time searching for job websites and even going ahead to apply. Do you understand? I like, as we are literally on this particular call, I got like an email feedback from a particular conversation I was having with a company in Canada. Now, this is something that literally can turn to anything, but this is how it works. So you're able to put out applications, you're able to use your skills and expertise to do a number of things. All right. And because of that, you're able to grow in a structured way. I hope that helps.
Yeah, it did. Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Now I have like two quick questions, right? While we
Yeah.
wait for questions from those who are tuning live.
Yeah.
And I'm asking this because this session is always going to be on the internet as long as it exists. And I know that
Yeah.
hundreds of persons and thousands of persons are going to come watch this. And so I want to ask this strategically to inspire people who are watching right now and who will get to watch this. And so the question is this: what inspired you to go as far as getting 6 certifications from Facebook, right? Knowing that, of course, you have free certifications. You talk about HubSpot. HubSpot is free. The Google digital marketing certification is free as well. But knowing that these are paid certifications, for what I know, they are paid certifications costing at least $100, and of course, perhaps more, and all that. What inspired you to go that far? And like I said, this is strategic because I know that I want your answer to speak to those online, as well as myself and everybody else, to pass a message that you should be willing to go as far as possible. So just answer that. What inspired you to go that far and pay such amounts in the Nigerian economy to get such certifications, and what has been the result so far?
All right. So I would say the endpoints. Now that's what I keep talking about,
Okay.
right? What are you seeing? Where are you seeing yourself? The places I saw myself needed keys to open it. I did not have any
Okay.
experience. Not like I didn't have an experience based on I don't know what I'm doing, but I didn't have like a corporate experience per se, like working with an organization, working with a named, one of the big organizations, because these things help. If you have an experience with a big organization, even if you're not doing anything with them, provided you worked with them, it opens doors for you, right? But I didn't have that starting out as a digital marketer. So I needed to be affiliated with a company that is in quotes big. That's Facebook, in quote, now Meta, right? So that's Facebook. I needed to be affiliated. And what's the best way to go about that certification? They were paid, yes, but there's a cost. There's what I say that growth will cost you, but not growing will cost you more. There's always a cost to growth. If you stop at the free level, there's a limit you will get to. So you have to be motivated enough on your own to go a bit further, to go for the things that are even paid. The certification I'm currently looking at right now, the Chartered Institute of Marketing, right? Most likely at a point, I will get that certification and I'll come back to this video and watch that at this point, I was just looking at it. Why it's in thousands of dollars. So, but I need to get it, and I will. It's over 1.2 million naira, but I will, for just a certification, a course, I will get it. There may be things that I will learn that are things that I know already, but the certification is also important. The learning is great too, but sometimes certification also counts. So that was what made me to go into that. And I think we're having some questions gradually.
Okay. So there's a question from the fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Will affiliate marketing count as experience?
Okay. All right. Great. Now,
sorry. Okay. In touching that,
yes.
can you just? I guess you might have to touch on the difference between affiliate marketing and digital marketing. Just saying. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Got it.
Okay.
Now affiliate marketing is literally a combination of some skills of digital marketing. So affiliate marketing is a business. Is not really a skill per se. It's a business. It's a business that uses skills. So if you're an affiliate marketer and you know how to do social media marketing, which is a skill, all right, the business uses the skill. Affiliate marketing is like the business that uses several digital marketing skills. I don't know if you're following. So as an affiliate marketer, sit down and ask yourself, what are the skills I'm using? If you run ads, you're using paid ads, you're using PPC, you're using social media marketing. If you have a website and you have, let's say, SEO, that means you're trying using SEO there. If you're running ads on Google, you're using SEM. If you have an email list for your affiliate marketing business, what happens? You're using what? Email marketing. Are you following? So affiliate marketing is a business that uses digital marketing skills. And if it will count as an experience, it depends. It will count as an experience towards a role that needs that experience. For example, you cannot want to be let's say, a digital marketing manager in a and this is relative because I just remember that I had a program recently where I was asked to create an affiliate marketing program, for a health tech in Egypt, right? So that means if you're an affiliate marketer, those your skills can come into play in that kind of thing. There are some companies that may want to create an affiliate marketing program for themselves. So if you can pitch yourself as, okay, I have this results from affiliate marketing, of course they know that affiliate marketing is not a skill, but they can believe that because you've been in the business of affiliate marketing, you can literally build the affiliate marketing aspect of their own business or of their organization. All right. So affiliate marketing is not a skill per se, it's an experience that uses skill. And the only time you can count as an experience is mostly when you're trying to come into an organization that has maybe an affiliate program or that is about starting an affiliate program, or you're able to prove that the skills of affiliate marketing that you use produce some certain kind of results. For example, if you want to get a role as a paid ads specialist or as a media buyer, you should be able to prove that while you are doing affiliate marketing, you sold this number of products using ads, and then you have your ads dashboard to show for it. All right, you sold this number of products, you got this number of results using ads. So pushing out the skills you use during affiliate marketing is what would really count to an extent as an experience. All right.
Okay. That's really awesome. I want to believe that the person who asked the question has gotten the answer. Okay, so I have one more question while we wait for if there'll be any final question from the audience before we wrap up. You mentioned something basically when you were answering the question about getting your roots down or specializing in one of the sub specializations in digital marketing. You mentioned about going to job platforms, for example, and looking at what are companies asking for, what are companies requesting for, what kind of skills do they need. So I want to throw this question to you from your experience, from from what you've seen, and from the current trends in the market. What 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 possible or what likely specializations in digital marketing are going to be very relevant? I want to believe like everything has its own relevance and place, but which specializations look like they're going to have like more relevance in the days to come? Like world where's the world transitioning into with respect to digital marketing?
Okay, yeah. So two major things. First is content marketing. We're getting to that point where people are begin to want to buy things because of content, and that's literally what most influencers do. Literally, just create content that sells, right? So content marketing is something that will definitely keep evolving. And then the second one is social media marketing, and that involves paid ads, paid traffic, and things like that. That's because no matter how great you are, there's a limit to what organic can do. So you need to do a bit of paid advertising as much as possible. So content marketing and paid ads, those are two areas that I think would gradually be elaborated over time. Content marketing has some depth in SEO even. If your content marketing game is great, what happens is that your SEO automatically starts getting better. So content marketing and paid ads would be like the two things that I think would be great in the future.
Okay, that's really awesome, concise and straight to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a final question for tonight's session. It's been already an hour, and so we have a question now. Is there a sort of portfolio for digital marketing? Let me try and rephrase that. How do I showcase my portfolio as a digital marketer who wants to get a job role? How do I showcase my portfolio to the world? I mean, if you were a developer, for example, you could build like a website. You could showcase the website you built, put the links there. That's really straightforward. But then, for example, maybe I've run ads for companies. I have done some content marketing campaigns and all that stuff. How do you showcase that in your portfolio? That's the final question for tonight.
All right. Yeah. So this is what I would do, and this is what I would recommend. I would recommend you get a website, and not get a website as in get someone to build for you. I would recommend you learn how to build a WordPress website. As a digital marketer, to an extent, you need to have some idea of website design, because literally, if you want to think of SEO, technical SEO, for example, you have to have that idea. So learn how to do a website. It's not difficult. Trust me, it's not. So I would recommend you get a website and then build a website that shows these things. All you need to show on your website is, first of all, your skills. Then you can go ahead and show some of the things you've done before. Screenshots are okay. You don't have to share like the name of the company, right? So screenshots of, let's say, your ads dashboard, screenshots of things you've done before. You can have screenshots of your certifications or a link for them to verify your certifications. People can go there and verify that you're certified in this or that. You have badges. In case you have Facebook badges, you can put it out there. But have a website that showcases this. That's the most professional way to do that, right? But then apart from that, you can literally leverage LinkedIn temporarily, but then have a goal to have a website. It's not so difficult to get. Learn how to build it on WordPress or Wix, or I would recommend WordPress over Wix, but then build it on WordPress or Wix and get that out there so that when people ask you to share a link to your portfolio, you're easily able to go ahead and share that.
Okay, awesome,
Yes.
fantastic. That was a great response. Yep. So guys, we have reached basically the end of tonight's session. It's been so brilliant. Thank you so much, Fee.
Okay.
For those who would like to connect with you, I know you're active on. Are you active on Twitter?
Not as much as Instagram.
No.
So Instagram is like
Okay.
the, yes,
Number one place for you.
the
Okay.
best place.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So just kindly share, just share with us your platform, the names, your usernames and other
Okay.
platforms, all that for folks who want to connect with you and all that.
All right, great. So if you look at my video, the place that has my name, you just see Fii Stephen there. So at Fii Stephen, my name is Fii Stephen everywhere. So FII, then Stephen. All right. So
Steven, yeah.
FII, then Stephen. That's my
Steven.
name
All right.
every single place. So you can just go ahead and connect with me as much as possible. Check me out on Instagram, and you can always send me a
Facebook,
DM in case you need.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, everywhere, Fii
Yeah.
Stephen. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Before I say the next thing I want to say, guys, if this session has been so beneficial, you know what we do, what we like to do. Drop the fire emoji. Drop the fire emoji. I want to see. I want to see. Drop the fire emoji. If you've learned a thing or two, if you've gotten some clarity, right? Let me see the fire emoji, right? And while that is going on, okay, so you have a course. You have,
Yeah.
I think you organized a Facebook arts class recently. And I know that there's a repeat for that. You want to talk about that for folks who be interested in, learning, from you.
Yes, yes. So I did a class on Facebook ads very recently. I had to do that because of the time it takes. But then I tried just teaching people that want to learn the art of running ads. It's called the Facebook Ads Roadmap. I like giving roadmaps actually, because I saw that people were really confused on where to start from, where to stop, and things like that. So I went ahead and I did a 3-day session on that. It's called the Facebook Ads Roadmap. And at the time the class itself is 10,000 naira, but there was a discount for 7,500. For those that would want to get access to that from this session, just for a limited time, probably 24 hours or so after now, we could have a discount of 5,000 naira for that. If you want to learn how to run ads and you want something that's practical, because what I did was throughout the class, I was literally sharing my screen. I wasn't like I didn't use so much of slides. I was sharing my screen. I was showing things step by step. All right. So if you need that, if it's a skill you're looking at learning right now, you can go ahead and maybe send me a DM about that, or
Okay.
connect with Glory. You can always get you a way to get that course. But yeah, definitely something that you can do.
Okay. Awesome. Fantastic. Right. So we've come to the end of tonight's session. Like I said, it's been really brilliant. I like how Fee was straight to the point. I like how he was concise. I like how there's something I like seeing is, especially with the other previous sessions we had. It's quite crazy when you have to take like 3, 4, 5, 6 years of experience and compress that into 30 minutes. 30 minutes of speech, of talking, or sharing. But I think you did a great job of that. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and thank you so much. Guys, the Get Into Tech program is actually just beginning. We've done product management, we've done web design, this is digital marketing, and next week we have product design. We have someone amazing coming in as well, and all that. Once again, thank you so much, Fee. Guys, I'm not seeing any fire emojis. What's going on? Thank you so much for joining us, Fee. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We would be back same time, 7 p.m. next week. Friday. Like Fee has said, if you have any questions, Feel free to connect with him on his social media platforms: LinkedIn, Fii Stephen, Facebook, Fii Stephen, and Instagram, where he's most active on at Fii Stephen. I know that I don't know, he might charge you for his mentorship or something, but just shoot your shot, send a message if you need any help and any clarifications. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, bro.
All
We'll
right.
see you
Thank you
at
so
the
much,
back end.
everyone. All
Yeah,
right. Thank you, everyone. And I wish you the best in digital marketing.
Yeah. So guys, we'll be back next week, Friday, for product design, commonly known as UIX design. Until next week, see you guys. Have a pleasant weekend. And don't forget, ensure you implement all you learn. These sessions are not going to do you any good if you don't go the extra mile and implement. See you next week.